YouTube, what is up with y'all today? This is Neil Goodfella Neil coming through with another sneaker review, another sneaker opinion. Y'all go check out my previous videos as well. Got videos dropping all week, all the way up to the new year. So, you know, y'all can sit back with that and just enjoy that. Just all new kicks. It's like, you know, I just kept my foot on the gas, just like, forget it. Might as well just drop it all the way up to the new year. And that's already going to be include my top 10, if I haven't dropped that yet. My top 10 sneakers of 2019. Got a few stragglers here. Got a few kicks that I want to get. Seen some for a deal, end of year sales. So go check that out. Already did the review on the vintage Nike Blazers. Already did the review on the Reebok joints, Reebok Mobies. Already did the review on the Air Riverdurci ACG joints. And also to go check out those Adidas sneakers that I did the review on, the Street Ball joints with the gradient colorways. Commented with some of you guys, talked with some of you guys, seen that some of you guys seen it. So yeah. This sneaker right here, man, I was waiting for it. Now, during this video, when I was reviewing the Air Riverdurci, Nike Air Riverdurci rather, this hiking sneaker, I said that it was basically in relation to the Nike Air Mowabb. Now, I got my purchase off of GOAT. Now, this is the women's Nike Air Mowabb. This part of that Olivia collection. Thanks for the lookout too, guys. One of you guys in the comments from my Jordan 4 video also said these was going for retail roughly. So what had happened was that Nordstrom ended up doing a restock. I knew that, my bad. You know, I just got to process all this, guys. Nordstrom was doing a restock on their website. I paid for it, thought I got it, you know, and then all of a sudden I get an email later saying my order was canceled because we oversold and all that stuff, right? Fine. Okay. I'm kind of salty. I'm thinking I finally got them. So then I checked GOAT and I bought these brand new. And here the shoe horns are right here. And the GOAT verification stamps. And you also got the GOAT sticker. Now this one didn't come with a lid. I got mine in the men's size 10, which translates to a woman 11.5. And yeah, so the box is actually, like, if it would have came with the lid, you know, because it's actually kind of a little bit creative as far as the box. So I wish it could have came with everything, but we don't wear the boxes around here. So the most important thing is the sneaker. The colorway on this is actually an OG joint, black, gem red, and light British tan. Now, we're going to have a semi-history lesson with this joint, though, right here, because I'm really off into the Huaraches as well. So, you know, that whole Huarache feel is basically that kind of vibe going on with this sneaker. Now, I've already worn this sneaker, too, which is even better. I wore it all yesterday so I can give you guys a better review, you know what I mean, because this is one of them sneakers I was definitely anticipating when the Jordan 4 and all that stuff released, when the collection released. I'm like, I'm going for the Jordan 4 first because people gonna sleep on these. Not too many, not too many real, I don't want to sound negative, but not too many people off into stuff outside of Jordans and like more known Nikes, I guess, or you know what I mean. So if somebody do a collab, it's like if they coming out with a Jordan, okay. If they coming out with a, just like, oh, a good example is Off-Whites. That Chicago Jordan 1 Off-White is going for helly money right now. See, so for example, like, I don't want to pay crazy resale, so I'm gonna go for the Chicago Jordan 1 Off-White. Then I'm gonna take my chances down on the lower, you know, Air Max 90, what's the other ones, Air Max 97, you know, like that Chicago Jordan 1, maybe that Presto is damn near probably at neck and neck. I wouldn't be surprised Chicago more than the Presto Off-White, but Same thing still. So just in case that happened, I'm like, let me just get this Olivia Kim right now, Jordan 4 pony hair, blah blah blah. I come back and get these. Come to find out, when I did check a few days ago, y'all know the week of release day, sneakers, it's not really set in stone as far as like price all like that, unless it was like a super limited release. And I didn't know how limited this stuff was gonna be, especially with it being just kind of like, along for Nordstrom, more so like women in a way, and all that stuff. So one of the things I do like about this sneaker though is that it doesn't look like a women's sneaker. Don't get that twisted. I don't want no woman ass sneaker. I don't want it to look like a woman's sneaker. But as far as fit though, definitely nice. I'm happy I got a size 10. Probably could have used a 9.5, but this is one of the ones where my guesstimation. This is my first time ever having a Nike Air Mowabb. But this was the first time where my guesstimation was actually kind of off, because usually with this sock liner, just like with that River Dirties, usually this sock liner squeezes the foot once you do have it inside. Just like with the Nike Air Huarache Runs. So I got a size 10 to ACG, like I said in that video, and also got a size 10 in this. They fit roughly the same. Not necessarily a snug fit, but it does fit. More so like has a wide kind of like foot, which is a surprise. Because Nike is not really big on wide foot, but it feels kind of wide at the top. As far as my toe, it stopped like right here. So again, I can actually wear a size 10. I know, most of my kicks I pick up a size 9.5 because I prefer a snug fit. But anyway, again, this is an OG colorway. 6 OG colorways six original colorways came out when this came out. This was one of the colorways. I was always into this sneaker anyway. Reason being because I like that whole hiking, camping vibe. Same thing with the Nike Air River Dirty that I told you guys. This was like the first one really to really incorporate that as far as the Nike line goes, as far as taking the Huarache models up to the next level. And the ACG is like the little brother to this. So this is the ACG River Dirty is the little brothers to this. So this is the big brother. And I like these more, but also like the Air River Dirties if you just to weigh it out. You know what I mean? If I had to pick, I'll pick these over the Air River Dirty. But the Air River Dirty is fly nonetheless. But I'm gonna also get that out too, and bring out the Huaraches as well, and a few Huaraches. I got the Air Flight Huarache. We're gonna go into the Fab 5 Huarache first, since this is a history lesson in a comparison. I like this stuff, man. I'm really into kicks, man. So, if I got it, I'm gonna show it for the most part. So, obviously right here we got more, this was the Fab 5 joint, the Huarache Nike Air Flight basketball joint, Fly and Flames, crazy. Love this sneaker, man. Classics never die. But I show you that to show this, like, the neoprene in here is a little bit more sock-like and more tight. So I actually went up a half size in this. I got a 10.5 for this instead of a size 10. I probably actually could have maybe even got a 10 in this, but this might have been my first one. No, this is my second one. I think the black and blue one was my first one. The main one, the origin of all this Nike Air Mowabb stuff actually came from the 1991 piece, the Huarache Run. This one right here, definitely, I can't wait till they make this like official OG and they actually put the Nike Air at the top up here. But you still got that vintage kind of like yellow. I know in the camera it's looking like white, but if you see this in person, it has more like of an off-white kind of like color now. Again, I welcome the character as always, but you still got like that swimsuit neoprene, and that's one of them things that's through here as well. Right along with that Huarache logo, you got that right here as well. So basically, it's just like Tinker just went on some stuff like, okay, we already got the runners, the Huarache runners for you guys, but when we hiking and we taking it to the woods, we just gonna turn it into a boot. So basically, this sneaker is basically the Huarache Run souped up as a boot in boot form. Walking around with this sneaker, I didn't feel any severe tightness or pinching all on the foot. You know, with this one, you got to kind of guesstimate what your size is if you don't too much know, and usually go a size up. You never go wrong, at least a half size minimum with the Huarache runs. But this one right here was one of the things that really set all that Huarache stuff off in motion. So it's only right to show this when you're showing the rest of the other Huaraches. Next up, so then, you know, once the Mowabb came to prominence, those colorways, it spent off a predecessor, and this is where you get more of the, again, this is where I continue off from where I said in this video when I did this one that I get into the Mowabb later. So now that we're into the Mowabb, these were hot. You know, obviously, and I think even Martin might even wore these too. Martin Lawrence. So then with these right here, you can definitely see the similarities right there. You still got the Huarache sock boot, or booty or sock liner actually peeking through. Same thing with this as well. Now, obviously, this one hugs the ankle more, for more of those rough terrain hiking, so you can roll the socks up and make it really look like hiking style. I really like it, man. It's fly in flames, the whole style. This is one of them sneakers that I like when Nike does this. Like, even if it didn't have that Nike branding on the top of the toe right here, you can still see that it's a fly sneaker. And if somebody had to guess out on the street, they'd probably say it's a Nike, maybe, if they know sneakers. If I didn't see any logo branding on it, I would say that looked like a Nike sneaker. You know what I mean? Just from based off the stuff they dropped before. Stuff like this. And then the other Huarache I just showed you guys. Stuff like, you know, this. You know, like looking at that, it's like all this like see-through kind of like, you know, it's like a blueprint. It's like it's showing the schematics of a sneaker without it being built up completely. You know, so now this one's obviously more built out, you know, so it's not as tricky as far as modeling and paneling go, but with this joint, it's all that. But anyway, I'm gonna get off into the actual materials and all that stuff too. You know, I know that was kind of a while, but it's only right to do a complete decent rundown. I've seen a few reviews on these already, so they didn't too much do a complete rundown. I just wanted to do a rundown. That's just me though. First off, you got rope laces going through the sneaker. You also got that tobacco woodsy kind of brown. Kind of almost like remind me of a cigar. It definitely feels like, not finger swiping suede, but it feels like a microfiber couch. Same goes for the black nubuck right here. You also got the black sock liner. You also got the Nike Air Mowabb in that fly font. Kind of almost look like a horror movie a little bit. The increased speckling, you also have that at the midsole. Going to the bottom, you also still have the Nike Air Mowabb sign. Now, you leaving trails, you know, you leaving stamps all across the snow or wherever you at, the dirt, wherever, if you actually hiking, mud, whatever. With these, even looked at a few Nike videos on YouTube. Go check those out too. There it was, you know, hiking and stuff with the ACG gear. ACG definitely, I would say kind of slept on. It's just not the hype. It's not the flavor right now. But I can see the ACG definitely taking off. If you talk about like a tech wear kind of like thing, I could see ACG being souped up off that. Going to the back, you also have that nice Nike Air. You also still got those Huarache influences along the paneling. This is rubber right here, all rubber. Black pull tab, and you also got the red ring. Going to the inside, you don't have anything special, but you do have a teal green Nike. I'm not even gonna pull the insole out though, but you do have a teal green Nike logo on the inside, Nike Air logo. Everything else is black. Obviously, this is all neoprene going up and along down the tongue area. Through the perforations right here for vents, you also have the nubuck. Same thing for the perforations at the top. As far as the subtle changes that Olivia Kim made, these are really, really close to the OG. So, you know, I looked and did the comparison or whatever. The only thing she did was actually add this. This was actually a nice addition. Now, this wasn't on the OG. She also added a little bit more speckling, if, you know, if the original didn't have any speckling at all. But she added more to it, which is fine. She didn't overdo it and make it like sprinkly pink, like making it look like a woman's shoe. Also, another addition that she added, she twisted up the Air Mowabb sign. This is not even supposed to look this wild. This is actually supposed to be a smaller font, but more so this way, just like more like horizontal. Now she is just like she smacked it on there like that, threw a swoosh on it, sprinkled it up a little bit at the midsole, and basically left it as is. So she didn't damage a classic. She added her touch to it. One of my favorite of the touches actually being the, again, the red swoosh, which is Fly in Flames. Traction on here is cool. Comfort level on here is definitely fine too. I say get true to size. If you got a slim to normal size foot, go a half size down if you like that snug fit. Anybody else, you know, I don't really like giving sizing advice because you can have a wide foot, but you hate a snug fit, or you like a snug fit, so I don't want to get a wrong advice. But it's one of the things, if all else fails, just get true to size. Heads up, again, you don't necessarily have to get your Huarache size for this. I know it's kind of hit and miss with Nike, but I didn't have to get like a 10.5 for this or something like that, or, you know, a size up or whatever. You know, you can just get what you normally wear for the most part with this. Now, my only problem with this, before I head up out of here, my only problem with this sneaker, as much as I like it, and this is like one of my top sneakers of the year too, man, but my only problem with this, and this constitutes as a top sneaker because it came out in enough time for me to want it and all that stuff, but my only problem is getting the sneaker on. This part right here, even though it is not crazy hard, but it puts up a little bit of work for you to get in. Pause. But also too, before I head up out of here, another sneaker that this reminds me of is the Nike Air Unlimited. And I thought about the juggling act, but I thought about with this sock liner, I thought about this right here. David Robinson from the Spurs was wearing this, the Nike Air Unlimited. Now, I think Nike could have did a lot more better as far as the leather quality on this, because again, when I did my review on this, one of my complaints was that this felt like a toy, but I do, because it's just so plasticky and stuff. But I like the way the sneaker looks. Reminds me of the Nike Air Carnivore a little bit, because the top and the ankle. But all this work right here, I think this, if you don't have a set date or a set fit to rock this sneaker, or, you know, sneakers are like this, that where, you know, you got to strap the ankle up, or it takes a little bit more work to put the sneaker on, or if the sneaker rises up so high that you have to undo the lacing system just to get it. I believe that that's an instant pass up sometime if you're looking for something quick to throw on. Again, not all, but just in case you know, maybe you might have a premeditated fit. Maybe you want to put something on, then you know, I'm gonna wear the Air Unlimiteds. That's how these are, in a way. But these slightly easier to put on. But again, you're gonna still have to put up a fight, putting your foot through the sock liner a little bit. So that's my review for the day, though, man. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. This was the last of the collection that I actually like. Go check out the pony hair review that I did of the Jordan 4s of Olivia Kim. Thanks for the views. Especially thanks for the views on that on foot too, man. Not nobody really doing the on foots for the Olivia Kim Jordan 4s, but yeah. So I'm gonna do the on foot for these soon, and all the other sneakers I was showing you guys. And rate, comment, and subscribe. This is Nail Goodfella Nail. Follow me on IG if you want, at Goodfella Nail. And yeah, Fly in Flames. Tell me what you guys think, though, man. They need to bring all these OG colors back. Hey, the one dude that asked me which retros I want to see come back, he even though he asked for only just Jordans, this is one of them retros that need to come back. Bring out the other colorways, Nike. The purple, brown. I know they came out with some a few years ago, maybe like 2 other colorways, but they got stuff sitting back there, man, that vault. Bring them kicks out, you know. We adults now. I can cop them now. Peace.